2018. That was when our last elections were held. That was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, when the state was actually stable, when the state was hopeful, and when people had hope in a better government, where the teachers had hope that they would be getting salaries, dignity, and respect that they deserve, not sleeping on the streets and footpaths. We had hope that we, the youth, would actually be getting an equal right towards employment, an equal chance as a basic human right, not divided by an old, outdated reservation policy. Most importantly, we saw that the government would actually be functional, not just busy corrupting. Yet here we are, standing after 5 years in the midst of a crisis. Meghalaya is in a state of emergency. So who caused this? Surely someone lied. Surely there are imposters among us, trying to play the blame game, blaming students like me when actually who are not doing their jobs. So let's see what the NPP, the ruling party, has done in these last 5 years. Let's see what the present government has done in the last 5 years of their leadership. Starting with the COVID. Our government is so health conscious that it actually I think it was 800 crores. It spent 800 crores on COVID. When Dr. Amanwar clearly said that only 248 crore was spent, whereas the remaining money is just blown to the wind, just gone. And also a VPP candidate by Adelbert Nongrum has also filed an FIR because our health minister said that we only spent 76 crore on COVID, whereas 113 crore was issued. So where's the remaining 43 crores? Again gone to the wind. We're very interested to know where it disappeared. So this is the first work of the government that we have for the last 5 years. Clearly interested in money, clearly interested in deals, and we're confused whether they're dealers or leaders. Leaders have character, leaders have integrity, whereas dealers only know how to deal in money and business. So this is what they've been doing. Sad to say, it's unfortunate, but it's the truth. Another incident, another very successful failure of this present government is the Mukro incident, where the people have been begging for a police outpost in the borders with no response. Only now, where people are losing their lives, they see the result of it. That is another successful leadership under this government. Are we supposed to follow? Are we supposed to vote for such a failing government? Clearly interested in money and nothing else. And the third thing that I cannot understand about this government is the internet ban. We have never suffered such an internet ban in any other years as compared to these 5 years. It's even worse than the Jammu and Kashmir scenario. Like, what is going on? Even when the people of our state weren't at fault, we were silenced. Even when we were victims, we were silent. Shows a lot about this government, how weak and how pathetic it is. Even during exams, even during the most crucial periods, they ban the internet. They have zero care for its people. Let's talk about the reservation policy. Arunachal Pradesh have more than 30 tribes, but the reservation policy says 80 or 90% ST. It doesn't say tribe, it says ST. Whereas in our state, it's tribe-wise, Garo, Khasi, Jaintia. Why not keep it as tribes, ST, as in other states? And there are so many Khasi MLAs in the NPP. Utwirat Singh Ushade, Ushashat Hakibreo Lajong, Tang na benta kapisa, Mangi ki khon Khasi, Ngindai ki nong thọ điên ki nong bala jong no re jong no. Namar kini kinong yalam jongi kilai i ba kila le persha. But no one cares. And the last heart-wrenching and heartbreaking incident that this government has put a hole on people's heart is the incident of Bart Chesterfield. Thank you. He voluntarily surrendered, yet he was murdered and killed at his own residence. Where's the justice? Such people as Mr. Lakman Rimboy are holding the post. This is the government that has been leading us for 5 years. This is the government. So obviously they are not leaders. All those promises are false, are fake. When will we wake up and see that? They are just circus masters, clowns. And we will face the music after it's all over. And things will only get worse from here onwards. If we keep on voting for parties like TMC and NPP, things will only get worse. And TMC has so many pledges, like it will do this in 5 years, it will do that in 5 years. If you cannot fix a current problem at hand, how can we trust you with something in 5 years? It's completely ridiculous. We have seen the reservation policy and how it is affecting, especially the Khasi and Jaintia, who is really affected by it. Is TMC doing anything about it? Then why is it promising that in 5 years it'll do something when it cannot even deal with this? But it is busy placing the blame on me. Like I caused the reservation policy problems, as if I'm a bureaucrat, as if I have authority over the policy. I am just a student pointing out what's wrong with the leadership, yet they want to silence that too. And another problem people like this are getting away is that we as voters don't care enough. We don't interact, we don't get involved, and we are not interested. In North Shillong, last election, 11,000 people did not vote. I'm sure out of that, there are people who have completely given up hope because they're tired of seeing the same faces, same leaders, and the same lies. But there are people who are just not interested. Yet they sit at home, complain, whine about the system, and criticize anyone like me who actually tries to bring a change. Like keyboard warriors, you're the first one to hit a very hurtful comment to anyone who tries to do something. This has to stop. This has to stop. I think if we as voters actually come together and agree that we will not vote for parties like TMC and NPP, this state will actually develop. We tribals will actually have a chance. So another problem is people who accept money during this election time. Obviously, it's a big Bermuda Triangle where the money went all these years. But suddenly now candidates have so much money to throw around. And people who are receiving the money, this money is obviously not legal. It's not moral money. This money was just stolen out of people's rights, where people actually deserve to get, they don't get, and it's misused. So people taking that money are ready to sell their vote, their right. They don't realize by doing that, they're not cheating themselves, but they're cheating their children and they're cheating their generation. Utirot Singh uklam shadeira haki British, nray ushade shwa haki braula chong. Tang na benta kapisa, kide ya unong ya lam la chong, ubrau uba ya lam ya kari. In the same way, when we accept that 500 and 5,000, just for us to be silenced, our voice has been stolen. But it is too late now to talk about that. So the only conclusion we can come on is to appeal to those population who don't vote, who have lost hope, and who don't come out to vote, to please just remind ourselves that where is that hope? We have to be hopeful again. In order to get that hope, we have to vote for any other party except BJP or TMC or NPP. Vote for candidates like Bante, what's his name? Bante Dorlingdo. You know, the NPP offered him 5 crores to join the party. He didn't. Money couldn't buy him. So why is money buying us? Why are we selling our life for 500 rupees? We are not selling our lives, but we are selling our generation too, and you don't realize that now. So vote for people like Bante Dorlingdo, vote for Mayborn Lingdo, vote for parties like VPP, UDP, anyone except TMC and NPP. They do not care about us. They do not care about us. If they want to silence a youth like me who has no power over any policy, then they will certainly silence you too. My appeal to the rest of the people who don't vote to please come out to vote, to please interact, be interested this time. Let us come together and vote for the right person. And we imagine that change will occur when this new ruling party will happen. That's wrong. Change occurs the moment you enter, the 4 seconds in that polling machine. Who you vote for, that is when change occurs. Please vote carefully. The generation about to come depend on our hands. Thank you.